Hello students, welcome back to English class. Now let's continue with The Merchant of Venice, Act 4, Scene 1, line number 330. Before we proceed, let's have a quick recap. In the previous scene, we have found Portia pronouncing the judgment. And as per the judgment, Shylock had the right to collect 1 pound of flesh from Antonio's body. Antonio bids farewell to his loving friend hearing this judgment. Shylock proceeds to perform the deadly act. Portia warns him that he can cut 1 pound of flesh from Antonio's body, but not a single drop of blood. Shylock realizes that now the tables have turned on him. Now, let's go to the next part. Let's see what happens next. So dear students, let's proceed. So as per the previous scene, what we have found is Portia giving Shylock the right to collect 1 pound of Antonio's flesh on the condition that he should not even drop a single drop of blood from Antonio's body. So hearing this, Graciano was really happy because he knew very well that it is clear for anyone with common sense that if you are cutting a pound of flesh from anyone's body, definitely there will be blood bleeding out. So hearing this, Graciano was very happy. So Graciano is telling, "Oh, learned judge, marked you a learned judge." You remember this comment passed by Shylock long before. Yeah. So now Graciano is retorting the same. "Oh, learned judge, marked you, listened you, a learned judge. I take this offer then, pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go." So Shylock realized, this is not going to benefit me in any manner. I cannot collect 1 pound of flesh. So realizing this, Shylock is turning. Shylock is telling that I don't want 1 pound of flesh. You just give me the bond, thrice the money of the bond. Because we know that Bassanio is willing to give whatever amount Shylock demands, right? And so he's telling, you just give me thrice the amount of the bond and let the Christian go. And I'll allow the Christian go. Christian here referred here is Antonio. So hearing this, Bassanio was really happy because he's willing to spend anything and everything for the sake of Antonio. So Bassanio is telling, here is the money. So he is willing to give that amount of money which he has got with him. So hearing this, Portia, soft. The Jew shall have all justice. Soft, no haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty. So we find Portia interrupting in between. And Portia is telling, soft. Soft here means stop. The Jew shall have all justice. The Jew shall have all justice means the Jew shall have what he had asked for. All justice here means full justice. That is, he will get the full justice what he has demanded for till now. He shall have nothing but the penalty. So, what he had demanded is only penalty. So, he will have nothing other than the penalty. That is 1 pound of Antonio's flesh. So, again we have the dialogue of Graciano. O Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge. So, again Graciano is simply making fun of Shylock by stating the same dialogue again and again. O Jew, hear it. O Shylock, you hear it. He is an upright judge or he is a learned judge. Portia, therefore, prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor cut thou less or more, but just 1 pound of flesh. If thou takest more or less than just 1 pound, be it but so much as make it light or heavy in the substance, or the division of 20th part of 1 poor scruple. So Portia is telling, therefore, prepare thee to cut off the flesh. So you can prepare yourself in order to cut off 1 pound of Antonio's flesh. Then again, she is pressing on various conditions. Shed thou no blood. But you should be very careful that you don't shed even a single drop of blood. But just 1 pound of flesh. When you are cutting 1 pound of flesh, it should be exactly 1 pound of flesh alone, not even a single drop of blood. If thou takest more or less than a just pound, and also one more condition. If the pound of flesh you are cutting is 1 pound, less or more is by a little gram less or more than that specified 1 pound, be it but so much as make it light or heavy. That is, even if it is only a minute amount, add it or minute amount less than the correct 1 pound, or the division of 20th part of 1 poor scruple. Scruple actually means a very small unit of weight, of a weight of around 20 grains or so. It is such a small unit of weight. So what she means is that if the pound of flesh which you are cutting differs either by increase or decrease, even by 1 scruple, by a smallest unit of weight, by the division of 20th part of 1 poor scruple. Nay, if the scale do turn but in the estimation of a hair, that is, even if the scale of the weighing machine turns by a hair's breadth, usually we don't mind a variation in hair's breadth and so, right? Thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscated. Then it is sure that you will have to meet your death, and moreover, all the goods, whatever resources you have, whatever assets you have got, everything will be surrendered before the state. Can anyone cut exactly 1 pound of flesh? No, it's very difficult, right? Usually it will be slightly by milligram or some other amount, it will be more or less than the correct 1 pound. So hearing this Graciano. A second Daniel, a Daniel Jew, now infidel, I have you on the hip. So hearing this, Graciano is telling, before Shylock has used the term Daniel has come for judgment. You remember, Daniel is one of the learned person in the among the Jewish religion. So he's telling, yeah, he is a Daniel itself, as what you said before. Now, infidel. Infidel means an unbeliever. He's not a Christian, right? So usually Christians address Jews as infidels and so, who doesn't believe in their religion. Now, infidel, I have you on the hip. I have got a firm hold on you. You cannot escape from us anymore. So Portia, why doth the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture. So Portia is now in a hurry to carry on with the judgment. So Portia is asking, why doth the Jew pause? Why do you stop now? Why do you pause now? She is asking this to Shylock. Take thy forfeiture. You can collect your due. You take your 1 pound of flesh. So now, what's your opinion? Will Shylock get 1 pound of Antonio's flesh? Let's see what Shylock says about it. Give me my principal and let me go. So he's telling, no, I don't want 1 pound of flesh. Before he demanded for thrice the amount of the principal, right? Principal means the 3,000 ducats, which actually Antonio owes to Shylock. So now Shylock is telling, you just give me the principal amount and let me go. I don't want even thrice the amount. You just give me the 3,000 ducats, let me go. I'll go. So hearing this, Bassanio, I have it ready for thee. Here it is. So Bassanio is telling, yeah, even the 3,000 ducats, it's ready with me. You can have it now. But will Portia allow him? Let's see. So now Portia's dialogue. So Portia is telling, he hath refused it in the open court, he shall have merely justice and is born. So Portia is telling, no, you need not give money now, because he had already refused in the open court. What did Shylock refuse in the open court? In order to collect the principal amount, right? So he will be having only justice according to the terms of the bond. So he shall have merely justice, meaning he shall have only justice and his bond. And also justice will be or in accordance with the terms of the bond. So hearing this, Graciano becomes very, very happy. So Graciano is telling, a Daniel, still say I, a second Daniel. I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me that word. So Graciano is really happy now, because Graciano, in all the circumstances, Shylock is going to get punished. So Graciano is telling, a Daniel, still I say, a second Daniel. Definitely you can call him as a Daniel, or Portia is addressed by Graciano as a Daniel. I thank you, Jew, for teaching me that word. At the same time, we find Richard telling to Shylock, I thank you, Shylock, for teaching me that word. Which is the word taught? That is addressing a good judge as a Daniel. Now, the next dialogue is by Shylock. Shylock is asking, shall I not have bearing my principal? So, Shylock is asking, so is it that I cannot get even my original sum of 3000 ducats? So, this is the reply given by Portia. Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture to be so taken at thy peril due. So, Portia is telling, you will not have anything but the forfeiture, but the penalty only, to be taken at thy peril due, and that too should be taken at your own risk. That is based on all the conditions which Portia has said before. 1 pound of flesh without even a single drop of blood. So hearing this, let's see what Shylock says. Why then the devil give him good of it? I'll say no longer question. So hearing this, Shylock is totally angry. So Shylock is finally saying, why then the devil give him good of it? Devil give him good of it means then maybe may the devil take him. May the devil take him. So realizing that there is no scope for getting the 3000, even the 3000 decades back, he's telling, I shall stay here. I'll stay no longer question. What he means is that I'm not staying here anymore. I'm leaving the place. I shall not stay here to discuss about this matter any longer. He realizes that it is a total failure. He will not get anything from the judge side. Or the judgment the judge is going to say will not be in favor of Shylock. Portia, tarry you. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted that in the laws of Venice, if it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen. So Portia is telling, tarry Jew. Tarry means stop your Jew. Wait a while, Jew. You cannot rush from here, as you say. The law hath yet another hold on you. The law hath yet another hold on you means, as per the law of Venice, there is again one more hold or one more trap on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice. It is written in the books of Venice. If it be proved against an alien, if it be proved against an alien. Alien here means anyone other than a Christian. Here it means Shylock, who is a Jew. That by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen. That is, if a Jew or if any person other than a Christian has plotted or conspired directly or indirectly against the life of any citizen. Here the Venetian citizen actually means Christians. Here it means Antonio. So if a Jew has conspired directly or indirectly against a Christian, against the life of any citizen, that is against the life of any Christian. So Shylock is conspired against the life of Antonio now, isn't it? He is planning to collect 1 pound of flesh. So he has plotted a plan against Antonio. So let's see what will be the punishment for Shylock, being a non-Christian, as per the Book of Venice. The party against the which he doth contrive shall seize 1/2 his goods. So, as per the Book of Venice, what is said is that if any non-Christian has plotted or has made a conspiracy against a Christian, then the punishment will be that party against the one which he had contrived, that is, the Christian against whom the Jew has made a plot, shall seize 1/2 his goods. That Christian will be liable, or he has the right to get 1/2 of this Jew's property. I'll repeat it once more. If it is proved against a Jew or a foreigner that he has conspired directly or indirectly against a Venetian citizen, that means Christian, then that Christian or the citizen against whom he had plotted is entitled to get 1/2 of this Jew's property or this foreigner's property. Foreigner here stands for a non-Christian. Clear? The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state. And what about the remaining half of the property? Will this Jew be able to live with this remaining half? No. The other half is to be paid into the treasury of the state. It comes to the private coffer of the state. That is, it is to be paid to the treasury of the state. So, what will be the plight of a Shylock now? One half will be given to Antonio, other half will be confiscated by the state. So, will there be any more property for this Shylock to live? And the offender's life, not only that, and the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only against all other boys, in which predicament I say thou standest. Not only that, in addition to this, the offender's life, that is, offender here is Shylock. Shylock's life lies in the mercy. Lies in the mercy means it is based upon the mercy shown by whom? By the Duke. And the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only against all other boys. It is all based on mercy shown by Duke. Against all other voice means he cannot go for higher appeal to. That is, this Jew's life, it's all based on mercy shown by Duke only. He cannot go for higher appeal to. In which predicament I say thou standest. And it is in such a difficult situation. It is in such a bad situation. You stand now. It is in such a situation you are charged with now. Clear? That is, as per the law of Venice, one half of property will be given to Antonio, other half will be taken by the state or by the private coffer of the state, and finally, life of Jew itself or himself itself is based on the mercy shown by Duke. No one can raise his voice against, or there is no use speaking in favor of Shylock because there is no scope for higher appeal in this matter. For it appears by manifest proceeding that directly, that indirectly, and directly too, thou hast contrived against the very life. So, for it appears by manifest proceeding. And now it's very clear. There is a very clear evidence. For it appears, it is very clear by manifest proceeding. And there are various, as per the manifest proceeding means, there are various evidence also. That directly, that indirectly and directly too. That is, by indirect as well as by direct measures, thou hast contrived against the very life. You have tried to conspire against Antonio's life. So what Portia is saying is that directly and indirectly you have tried to take the life of Antonio. It's very clear. You have tried to take the life of the defendant. Defendant here means Antonio. And thou has incurred, and as a result you have become liable, the danger formerly by me rehearsed, and thus you have become liable to the punishment which I have mentioned before. The danger formerly by me rehearsed, meaning the penalty which I have mentioned just before. Because you have made plans to take the life of Antonio or the defendant, you have become liable to meet the punishment which I had explained before. The danger, that is punishment, formerly by me rehearsed, which I have explained before. Down, therefore, down here means kneel down and beg mercy of the Duke. So now you have only one thing to do. You can do only one thing. Just kneel down before the Duke and ask for his mercy. Before who has asked to this Shylock for mercy? Portia, right? Mercy is above the sceptred sway, you remember? And what did Shylock say then? I will not. He is not at all a merciful man, right? So such a man is begging to mercy before Portia or the Duke. So next dialogue is a very teasing comment passed by Gratiano. Beg that thou mayest have leave to hang thyself. So Gratiano is telling, yeah, you have to beg. You have to beg to Duke. Because thou mayest have, at least you can have leave to hang thyself. At least you can get permission to hang yourself. And yet thy wealth being forfeit to the state. And now the situation is that your entire wealth is to be surrendered before the state. thou hast not left the value of a coat. And as a result, now your situation will be you will not even have a rope by yourself. You will not have anything to buy, even a rope to hang yourself. Thou hast not left the value of a coat. You have not left anything with you. Not even enough money to buy a coat. Coat means a rope. Therefore, thou must be hanged at the state's charge. So, what a pity. Even you cannot hang by yourself. If you want to die also, you should be hanged at the expense of the state. You cannot hang yourself because you have become a pauper or everything is surrendered before the state now. Duke, that thou shalt see the difference of your spirit. I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. So Duke is interrupting in between. Duke is chilling. It is now you will understand the difference between your spirit and our spirit, your mind and your attitude and our attitude. I pardon thee. I'll give you mercy. I pardon thee thy life. I'll give you your life. Before thou ask it, before you beg mercy to me, I will show mercy to you. I'll definitely give, I'm not going to kill you. Definitely your life will be granted back to you even before you asked me for that. That is the attitude, that is the difference in attitude that you can find between yourself and we the Christians. For half thy wealth of it is Antonio's, and one half of the wealth belongs to Antonio. I cannot do anything over there. It should be given to Antonio. The other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive unto a fine. And the other half, one half should be given to Antonio, and about the other half, it is supposed to be given to the public treasury. It should be given to which part? To the public treasury, which humbleness may drive unto a fine. But related to that other half, some amount can be given to you. It will be reduced to a fine instead, but under the condition that if you humbly beg for mercy. That is, if you're humble enough to beg for mercy, which humbleness may drive unto a fine. If you're humble enough to beg mercy to the state, maybe some amount will be taken as a fine and the remaining part will be given and will be handed over to you. Portia, A for the state, not for Antonio. So Portia is again correcting. Portia is telling, A, as far as the state's half is concerned, you can get half by begging mercy to the state. But you cannot get half from Antonio. As per the law, Antonio is supposed to get one half of Jew's property or Shylock's property. So that is the condition now. Condition is that our Jew, Shylock, is not in a situation to get his principal amount of 3,000 ducats. So realizing the situation, Shylock was about to leave, saying that I don't want the money. But then Portia told him about the other dangers associated with the contract. Portia is telling that one half of your property should be given to Antonio because it's very clear that you have conspired against a Christian. You are a foreigner and you have conspired against a Christian. So as per the law, one half should be given to Antonio and the other half will be taken by the state. But Shylock will be able to get some amount from the property which is taken by the state under the condition that if he begs mercy before the Duke. So dear students, we'll wind up our class here today and remaining we'll do in the next class. So till we meet again, goodbye.